Not really. Depending. I like coleslaw. But like,
you like coleslaw, John?
Yeah.
Coleslaw made right.
Big
Coleslaw made well is good.
That
you don't like mayo. That's why you don't like coleslaw.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking hate mayo.
Whoa,
that undercover shit is undercover brother shit is so true for me, bro.
Bro, I like a nice little dab of mayo on a sandwich is good,
bro.
Well, I'll suck your mother,
bro. The Japanese mayo too is fire.
This is crazy.
Wait, so what do you put on sandwiches? Mustard?
No.
You just
eat a dry sandwich?
That shit don't be dry to me.
Oh my god!
What?
Yeah, that's why you That's why you chew like that.
Nigga, Mylz said only.
Mylz chew mad loud. He has to put all the saliva in his mouth. So
said only moisture coming on the sandwich is from my saliva.
First and foremost, what kind of sandwiches y'all eating that be needing all that goddamn mail?
No, not all. You just
sandwich.
a little dab. Like you take the knife in the jar.
Nah, I be putting mad mayo on my shit. I like mayo.
Ew, John.
Yeah, when I was 13, I used to eat mayo sandwiches, bro.
Oh,
yo!
Nah, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Nah, son.
I very quickly.
Oh god.
Nah,
very
son.
brief
Honestly,
period.
that might have to be the intro, bro. That shit is crazy.
Bro,
I'm dead ass.
Matt, you might be a menace to society.
Bro, I've heard of the what is it?
quickly
The
stopped.
marshmallow fluff sandwiches.
I've done butter sandwiches as a kid.
Butter sandwich?
Wait.
Never heard of butter sandwich.
Explain
Imagine
that.
it's
That sounds like a
Like
the
cold
poorest of
butter
poor.
on bread?
It's like eating bread and butter. You just
But it's
toast.
So
nachos?
how is that any worse than a mayo sandwich?
Nah, mayo
Dude,
sandwich.
mayo-
That's vicious.
all right. You don't go to as a kid if there's fucking butter and rolls at a restaurant or something. You don't.
Yeah,
there's no
butter
mayo.
and
You
roll,
don't
I
just eat the
understand.
mayo.
I mean, that's toast.
It is.
dude, I've eaten a whole loaf of challah bread. Like just sat down with a loaf of challah bread and
I could see
butter
that, I could see
and
that.
just damaged that.
Here's the thing, right?
On multiple occasions.
I like a nice
Y'all are
with the knife
y'all
with the
are
mayo,
all
nice dab
nasty.
across the bread,
You don't like
dab
bread,
across
dog?
the meat. That's it.
No. I like bread. No, I'm just saying y'all are all nasty just because this whole mayo conversation. I hate y'all so much.
Mayo is
Don't
so
you eat
valid.
ass? But we're nasty for like a little bit of mayo
Damn, bro.
on a sandwich.
So because
getting
y'all like
personal.
regular butter and I like doodle butter, y'all niggas is kink shaming me.
You like cookie butter?
No, doodle butter. You like cookie butter?
Nigga Mouse said, "Yo, truffle butter is his real home for you, huh?"
That's right. That's right. Oh my god.
Thinking out loud.
Oh no.
Oh man.
That got wild.
That might be the best soundbite ever. Wait. So, don't you eat ass?
Nah, that's crazy.
Nah,
You have the nerve.
you have the
have the nerve.
audacity.
You have the nerve to shame me.
Man's out here sticking his tongue in some whole butt cheeks. But I'm wrong for liking a little bit of mayo on my turkey sandwich.
Oh,
Listen,
boy.
all you had to say was you like white creamy stuff.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
Footballs is back. The foosballs started off with, that defending champ Kansas City Chiefs against the Texans from Houston, H-Town. That was a bad night for Houston fans.
Yeah.
Yep.
Texans lost,
The
Rockets lost, and the Astros lost.
Oh, really? On the same night?
All on the same night.
Damn,
That's rough.
that would have set me over the edge.
Bro, I would have had to have been drinking that night.
Yeah, I would have
Oh,
been.
my
Yeah.
God.
Bad.
But,
Suck to be a Houston fan.
really quick, though.
Yes,
Really quick.
let's talk.
Which really grinds my gears.
Talk nice.
Looking at you, America. Specifically you, Kansas City Chiefs fans.
Hmm.
Bro, how are you going to boo a show of unity? You guys are the worst possible people on the face of the planet. I don't like you. I used to have respect
What's
for
the
Kansas
fans
City
worst?
Chiefs fans. And you know what? It's not fair. It's not all Kansas City Chiefs fans, but the ones in attendance and the ones that were booing. Because there were some people that were clapping, but the ones that were booing, go fuck yourselves.
Either way, it's supposed to be a moment of silence.
Moment of silence. So that just tells me you guys don't know how to listen.
Racism.
Because we learned moment of silence, like, the silent game in preschool. But y'all don't know how to do that.
Yep.
Right? So I gave you a pass for booing the Texans when they came out the locker room because the Texans were in the locker room for both anthems, the African American national anthem and the American, United States national anthem, whatever. You boo them coming out the locker room. I chalked it up to just booing the opposing team running out the locker room. Okay, I chalked it up to that. Mm-hmm. Then the teams come to the middle, show of unity, and you boo. Are you kidding me? And you know what's really funny? And I guess not the ignorance, but JJ Watt, after the game, when he was asked about it, he was like, yeah, I was just really surprised about, the booing. I wasn't expecting it. I'm like, JJ, come on. You know why they booed. You knew it was never about the flag. We've been telling you it was never about the flag for the past 3-4 years. You knew this. Racism.
And that's pretty. Oh, were you done?
That was it.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I got on that game. That game was whatever. Like, I had a feeling it was gonna be lopsided. It is what it is.
Duke Johnson, not bad.
David Johnson.
David Johnson.
No,
sorry.
he did.
David Johnson.
I just hope he can stay healthy, and I feel like if he's healthy, he'll put together a solid season.
Yes.
And I feel like he's getting unnecessary hate for that trade because one, it wasn't his fault.
Not his fault. I mean-
Two, if the trade had a first round pick, it would have been looked at as even.
Yes.
Yep.
So.
Texans O-line looks about how it did last year.
Yep.
Yeah, they need to
protect their investment.
I was about to say, bro, because if y'all holding on to Deshaun, bro, y'all gotta protect that man. Y'all got that offensive line needed some milk. And granted, Chiefs D line is chilled. My son Chris Jones was eating up, but bro, I gotta help out my boy Deshaun, bro. He couldn't do shit,
bro. I will say, last thing I'll say about this game, the Chiefs now have a running game with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
That is dangerous.
Everybody. R.I.P. the league.
Dangerous.
They using my son like how I said they would, and fucking like how they use Kareem Hunt, bro. And y'all gonna see. There's a reason why they drafted that man in the first round. And Damian Williams, you shouldn't have opted out because you lost your spot, bro.
Yep.
Speaking of rookies having big weeks, my Ravens had plenty of rookies doing big things this week, man.
Yep.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins with 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking Patrick Queen forcing a fumble.
He had a sack. Yeah, I was about to say he had a sack too, did he? Yeah.
Malik Harrison doing Malik Harrison things, being exactly what we needed. Like, the rookies are showing out, man. I think it was we had Devin Duvernay taking our returns, who was doing great with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not much to talk about that Ravens game other than Lamar looks even better than last year. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm going to work on my passing this offseason. And that's exactly what he did. Everything looks super crisp.
On the flip side, the Browns. Now, I mean, this might be a little bit too early to say, or like maybe this conversation is like very premature because I think the Ravens are probably the best team in the AFC outside the Chiefs. But Baker's facing a lot of criticism right now, y'all.
My thing is, I honestly feel that if they weren't playing the Ravens, they wouldn't have gotten as much criticism.
Yeah.
Because I feel if they were playing almost any other team outside of maybe like the Chiefs, I feel like they probably would have had a better game. And that's not excusing Baker because Baker, like, he didn't look sharp.
Yeah,
but
he definitely didn't look good.
I also think that playing a team with a secondary that isn't as good as the Ravens makes a big difference.
Yeah.
A team and we know how talented the Browns are on offense.
Yep.
And their running game got going. Like, the Ravens definitely nipped it in the bud as the game went on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would say middle of the second quarter, definitely the second half, they shut it down. But their running game is very potent. They have 2 great running backs.
Indeed.
And it's really just, I feel like if they played against a worse defense, they wouldn't have looked as terrible.
Yeah, it's also not fair when, I mean, you got 2 really good receivers in Jarvis Landry and Odell, but overthrew Odell like crazy on one of the ending, like I think it was in the 3rd or 4th quarter, he overthrew him crazy. And Marlon Humphrey and
Marcus Peters are
Marcus Peters are just OD. Like, I saw a thing said that the Ravens are the only team in the NFL that have 2 like top 15 rated cornerbacks, which is just like, the fuck you supposed to do? Even as good as Odell and Jarvis.
I don't know. See, that's where I slightly disagree. I didn't expect the Browns to like win the game,
but to be more competitive.
But with that offense, I can't find any reason why you couldn't have been better.
Yes,
All-Pro.
Yes.
Odell, All-Pro. Jarvis Landry, I'm pretty sure he has at least 1 All-Pro. David Njoku, very good, although he did leave the game with a knee injury.
He got hurt. Did catch a touchdown, though.
He catch a touchdown?
He was out here like, I'm the number 1.
Decent. They have really good running backs and a solid offensive line.
Yep.
You should be able to muster more than, as great as the Ravens defense is, you should be able to muster more than 6 points on offense.
Only time will tell on how bad the Browns' performance was as you see the Ravens against other teams.
And I do think that Baker needed to just sit in the pocket a little bit, though. He can't be running around. Like, he can't be. Basically, my problem with Baker is that he think he's. I don't want to say he think he's better than he is, but bro, he's not as fast and as agile as he thinks he is.
He thinks he's still in college.
Well, a lot of quarterbacks don't know that these guys are fast.
Yeah, and literally right. And that's his thing is when he was in college, he was incredibly like pinpoint accurate on a dime, bro. He didn't look like based on what I saw, and I didn't see the whole game, but he did not look that sharp.
He didn't look sharp.
A lot of people are ready to say that Baker's a bust. My grandfather included. He said that he need to stick to the fucking commercials of him cleaning the stadium.
Those commercials are jokes.
And I mean, it's even funnier because he's been playing like ass. But I'm not ready to say that he's a bust yet. I think we gotta wait, see how the season goes, and I mean, they have to rely more on their running game too, especially when you have two great running backs. Not good running backs, great running backs. So
Top 5 running back last year.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nick Chubb almost had the most rushing yards. He lost it in the last game because Derrick Henry had a monster game.
yes.
But I mean, if we're gonna stick with, the trend is let's just stick with the quarterbacks from that draft class. Let's bring it upstate. The Jets and Bills.
Oh, this is the one that I really want to
Yeah,
talk
especially
about.
because I didn't watch the game. Like, fill me in, Justin.
So, and honestly, I think that was a great change just because we have two quarterbacks from that draft class, Josh Allen and Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Both really good friends. Apparently, they live 5 minutes from each other.
Really?
Yeah, in California.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Completely opposite play styles.
Yeah.
very different.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a shit show from the Jets. I expected to be bad. Didn't expect it to be that bad. No preseason. Totally new offensive line. The offensive line actually didn't play terrible. I think Sam was only sacked. He was only sacked, I think, twice. In terms of it was the offensive line gave up the sack. One was just a terrible sack where he should have thrown the ball away. He ran to the sidelines and just let a guy tackle him.
I remember exactly what play you're talking about.
was awful.
That was egregious. That was on Sam though. That's on
No,
Sam.
I know it's on Sam.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is when they blew up the play, and I saw one of the the film breakdowns. Jamison Crowder was running wide open down the sidelines. He had broke free from his guy, had like 6 yards of separation. If Sam lost the ball, it's a touchdown. If not, at worst, inside the 10.
That's a difficult play to make though.
No, it's not.
But based on where he was running out of the pocket getting chased.
No.
The prop.
From where he was, from when he
Yes.
started running out the pocket to when Jamison broke free,
Yes.
he had at least two.
Oh,
He
okay.
had at least
Yeah,
2
yeah,
seconds to look. They only had it was only a 3-man route.
Yep.
Perryman was going deep, tight end, and then Jamison over the middle, and then Cohen up on a reel.
Nah, but go ahead. I'll get to Darnold.
But yeah, Jets were atrocious. Defense
gonna
couldn't.
jet.
Defense couldn't tackle. Apparently, they didn't practice tackling that much in training camp, and it showed. It showed a lot because missed tackle after missed tackle
God.
on Josh Rosen.
They were all
Not Josh Allen.
They're all expecting CJ to play. They're like, CJ will get all the tackles.
The ironic part about it is the inside linebacker that replaced C.J. Mosley in the game where he hurt his groin against the Bills last season hurt his groin in the first quarter of this game. I was like, yo, this is just Jet shit. But the only bright spot on the in the game was Marcus May.
Marcus May. Yes. Marcus May was killing.
10 tackles, 2 sacks, forced fumble, 2 tackles for loss, which count as the sack.
He was looking for like my son, fucking Jamal out there.
He was.
Honestly,
Brad the dude we got from the Seahawks, Bradley McDougal, fumble recovery.
Yep.
So the secondary, our safeties were great. Pierre Desir, who we got from the Colts, who was supposed to be our cornerback 1, benched at halftime. Nate Harrison was getting ate up by Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
Shout out Temple, but damn, Nate, come on.
Yeah.
Bless all. So Austin was actually playing pretty well. Brian Poole was kind of getting torched. It was bad all around. Stupid penalties. It's just they made Josh Allen threw for 300 yards. Josh Allen, if you watch the entire game,
what's crazy though? He was fantasy good. He was fantasy good, bro.
He was he was the
not that
middest
great,
of
bro.
mids. If you watch the game, Josh
Fantasy
Allen was
good.
not good.
Fantasy good.
That just sounds like Mitchell Trubisky having game of drives, didn't realize it was the fourth quarter, and he had 8 pass attempts on the game.
And don't even get me started on the offense. Bro, this nigga Adam Gase is a thief, all right? I'm going to call him Adam Dutch Vanderland Gase because he has a plan, but the plan sucks.
I have a plan.
Have some goddamn faith, Arthur. No, I'm sick of this shit, all right? I'm sick of it.
Dead 2 reference. Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption, sorry. I'm sick. Like I'm calling out Manish Mehta, you bum ass nigga. That's why you got your credentials taken away. You were the one that was saying that the Jets got it right. I'm telling you, the Jets couldn't have gotten it more wrong. And everybody wants to say, "Oh, Sam Darnold didn't look good," which he did not. Darnold did not look good.
Definitely didn't look good.
Jets fans saying, "Oh, tank for Trevor Lawrence." Why would we put
too
Trevor
soon.
Lawrence
Oh, man.
in this? Why would we subject? It would be literally the same thing. We're subjecting Trevor Lawrence to bad coaching, no weapons, What would be the difference?
You think
honestly,
Gase makes it through the season?
Nah,
I hope not,
bro.
I hope. For y'all, y'all know how I feel about Adam Gase.
And I was having a conversation with my dad.
I give him 4 games.
I had this conversation with my dad. It's a lose-lose for the Jets because in order to get Gase fired, the Jets have to be trash this year. But that means we have to sit through a terrible year. But if the Jets are good, that means Gase gets leverage and comes back another year.
I mean, let's be honest. What's one more terrible year?
John, I'm only 25 years old. I don't know how many years I got left on this earth. I don't want to have my years wasted.
What's one more terrible year without CJ?
Nah, but y'all need to see something though. Y'all need to see something, but y'all can't afford bad years because this is when Sam Darnold is supposed to be like
exactly.
This is you know what I'm saying,
and his rookie contract extension is coming up, and he has not progressed, but is part of it on Darnold? Yes. I would say the majority, 80% of it is on Gase. Sam Darnold actually kind of looked better his rookie year with Todd Bowles as the head coach. And Todd Bowles is the defensive-minded head coach.
Yep.
So this offensive genius comes in, and now Sam Darnold looks like he's regressed. Something's not adding up here, and it's not Sam Darnold.
Yep. My whole thing with the Jets in this game is, first of all, I'm a Jets fan. Yo, Adam Gase, he has to go, bro. He doesn't the team does not even look like they didn't even wake up until they was down 21. Then they got a field goal, and like that whole last drive before they even got that field goal, managed very poorly. They lucky that they even got the field goal, which they shouldn't have been playing for down 21. Mm-hmm. It does not make any sense. And then lucky as hell that Jamison Crowder broke for that 69-yard touchdown. Otherwise, there's no offense that's happening at all. And I hope Le'Veon's all good because obviously he got hurt, but he looked great. He looked great in the passing game.
He did.
He looked really good in the passing game, but still, that's probably the one bright spot on how Gase finally was using Le'Veon Bell. But hopefully he comes back all right. But I think if Sam Darnold does not progress, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna look bad on the front office because this is the person that they're banking on. But then it's gonna be even worse because it's gonna set y'all back years. Because what y'all gonna do? Draft another quarterback?
Wow, the worst thing about it is this isn't even the front office that drafted Sam Darnold.
Exactly.
So this whole thing is a shit show.
And it looks even worse on the front office because who they let walk this after past season? Robbie Anderson, 125 yards and a touchdown with Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and it's not, and the fact, and I was talking to my dad, he was like, "Yo, what did Gase do?" He was asking me something about Robbie. I'm like, "Yo, the Jets were offering 4 years and like 40, 45.
Yep.
He signed with Carolina 2 years for $20 million. So he took less money in less years to get away from the Jets. That should tell you something about what's going on at One Jets Drive.
Yep.
If there was anything to hang my hat on with the offense yesterday, which looked anemic, Mekhi Becton is the real fucking deal.
Yeah, he's big.
He's a beast.
He
had Jeff
man.
Schwartz, Hall of Famer Jeff Schwartz, out here raving about him. Other offense, Damian Willie was raving about him. Yo, aside from the one sack he gave up to, I think, Mylz Hughes.
Yep.
Who's a beast in his own right. Mm-hmm. He looked phenomenal. And that's the only thing I can say that was positive from the offense. And I'm done with my Jets.
Punter looked good.
Oh, he's from Texas A&M? Yep. Yeah, he's good. He's
Punter
great.
Punter looked good.
Yo, his first punt was like 60-something yards.
Yeah, I was impressed.
I was like, damn.
There's a lot of good punting going on this weekend.
That's terrible.
This guy's an asshole.
That's terrible. When the bright spot on your team is the punter, that's not a good thing.
Because even the Browns punter was like, he had some good ones after they tried to run that fucking fake punt.
Yep.
But he has some good ones.
In the first quarter, by the way, I just want to throw that out there. That is, oh my goodness. What are you doing? What are you doing?
You go, oh, they're gonna be aggressive on offense.
Hey,
and then they did it.
Hey, real quick, you know how John said, "What's one more bad year?" See, that's coming from a guy whose team has been good and he's seen a Super Bowl. And his team isn't laughing stock. Yep. That's how you know.
Yeah.
What's one more bad year, John?
I'm sorry, I have good organization. My fault. My teams have good management.
All right. Yeah. So just hopping from the other New York football teams to the other New York. Yes. All right. So my takeaways from the game: Daniel. He's definitely made a lot of progress with pocket presence. I think I can say that outside of that one egregious interception. Oh my God. And There's no way that you could have an 18-play drive and have it end like that. That
19.
was just, and
Yeah,
that was
19.
absolutely embarrassing. But outside of that, the other interception, T.J. Watt made a great fucking
That
play.
was
That was Calais Campbell dropping into coverage.
Yes, literally. Like you can't do anything about that. Like you watch it in real time and you watch it you watch it in film. It's like he just make great football players make great fucking plays. All right. So with that said, offensive line terrible. But I will say that this is the first time that this offensive line has kind of came together. And the Steelers front seven is just really fucking good. Like Bud Dupree.
How good is Bud Dupree?
Bud Dupree was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do last night. And the fact of the matter is that Saquon was getting his touches and he couldn't get past the line of scrimmage. For Saquon Barkley
and they were rushing 4.
Yes. For Saquon Barkley to not have more than 10 rushing yards is like I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's I would take that bet against the 85 Bears that Saquon Barkley could get 10 rushing yards in a football game. So shout out to the Steelers because their defense really did their thing. But outside of that, Daniel looked real. I really do think that he's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I think we're seeing actual growth with him and his pocket presence. There's so many times where he felt the pressure in the pocket, and whether he took his sacks or whether he got hit after he threw the ball, he showed great pocket presence. Didn't fumble. Broke the pocket a few times for some good and decent runs. Him and Slayton, I've been telling a lot of niggas about my boy Darius Slayton. Been killing. That's a really good connection. And I don't think Saquon will ever have that bad of a game. I mean, we're going playing the Bears next week, who I don't think is as good of a team.
Y'all play us this season?
No.
Right.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we
do. Yeah, we could just play the Steelers. Duh, my bad. I don't think we'll have Saquon.
10 yards or so, OD.
Yeah, he literally finished the game with 6 yards, and then he had that one.
He had negative yards for almost the whole game.
He did. Yeah, at halftime, I don't think he had a rushing yard.
That offensive line was just they looked young. They looked young and inexperienced.
And that's the thing. I think the offensive line needs time to groom. We're still gonna have to have pieces. I still remember I always forget his name. That used to play on Patriots that we got. He opted out the season, so he's not there. Veteran on the line.
Blake Martinez looked good.
Blake Martinez was looking very valid.
The defense looked better than I thought it would.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I didn't expect Ben to come back actually like playing well. So shout out Ben. And yeah. Low key, Benny Snell was killing us.
He rushed over 100.
He did, and that's really that on that. I mean, honestly, I wasn't looking for a win here. I was just looking for literally competitiveness. I mean, listen, when your team is bad, all you can really fuck with are the moral victories. Mm-hmm. So I think the offensive line just needs to improve. That's just gonna happen with time.
Yeah. What I will say is, I wasn't too overly impressed with Ben. He looked horrible up until halftime.
Yep.
And not for nothing, but it's not like the Giants D is like the Ravens D or the Rams D.
Yep.
Juju Smith looks like he's gonna be something this year.
He's finally got a quarterback.
But I like I was telling your boys at the Juneteenth, thing. The Steelers season is gonna be predicated on if Ben can stay healthy. And I don't know if you had seen, but I think it was like the first or second drive, he got sacked and he was already grabbing his knee. John pointed out that they had to wrap his right arm.
They cut the sleeve off a jacket to keep his arm warm the entire game, which is wild.
He can't sustain a lot of hits, and he was taking some hits. The Giants D got
he was being Ben.
That's another surprise.
Leonard Williams sighting?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bro, I was driving.
Thank you, Joe Douglas.
I was driving, and I have the game playing, so I'm listening to it. And they just go, wow, Leonard Williams just got more sacks than he did all last year.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, Giants pass rush actually was looking good, and Dexter Lawrence I think was also had some good stops too. So yeah, I mean, listen, young players starting to play, moral victories. It is what it is. So I'm excited for how I'm really the biggest thing for me this season is just seeing Daniel Jones progress as much as possible. Limit the turnovers, show signs that he can be good and lead a team. And yeah, a lot of and this is what I was telling one of my boys that's a Giants fan. Like they're going to try and take away Saquon Barkley as an option, and Daniel Jones is gonna have to prove that he's legit. So that way it opens up the run game. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited, but a L is still an L.
All right. Anything else on any of your teams?
Nope.
All right, I'm just gonna run through the games real quick and see if there's anything that I actually want to say, and feel free to jump in.
Oh, this is the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour right now. Let's get it.
Speed round.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like generally this would be a good way to cover everything else after games.
Yep.
Especially when we spend so much time on basketball because it's the only time the fucking playoffs is going on.
Right.
All right. Bears and Lions, tough break for DeAndre
Oh,
Swift.
DeAndre
Tough
Swift.
break for him and Matt Stafford.
Stanley motherfucking Butterfingers.
Bro, that wasn't even a hard catch. That was an easy catch.
He thought he had it already. That's what it was. He thought he had it.
Yeah.
But also, like, Stafford throwing a pick the drive before was that just hurts.
It did. That defense can't give up. At home, you can't give up a game-winning drive to Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
You just can't do that.
Raiders, Panthers, tough break for Matt Rule.
Tough opening loss.
Bad
Tough
decision
opening
making.
loss.
I feel like he's still trying to just do his normal thing, because Temple's not getting no fucking big ass stars on offense.
Hey, well, you had
So it's
Baylor. You
fourth
had
and-
Denzel Mims at Baylor. Calm down.
Yeah, okay.
Fourth and, what? Fourth and
who's
one?
part of what team now? The New York
The injury.
Jets.
The New York
Yeah,
injury
the
squad.
The New York injury squad.
yeah,
Shout
you
out
know-
my boy Christian
That's how a white man runs a football.
McCaffrey. My man's be outside doing his thing.
gonna say he
Most
got-
reliable player in fantasy.
Racked up, what is it, 30-something points
Oh,
this week?
God,
Hell
yes,
yeah,
sir.
baby.
Yeah,
right.
and that's why you got to give it to him on fourth and short. You got to give it to your star player.
Yep.
Let's see. What else do we have?
Oh,
Packers and Vikings. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers trying to show niggas like, oh, y'all want to draft a quarterback in the first round?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show y'all something.
Devontae Adams, Hive.
Tay Adams.
41 points in fantasy, baby. Let's get this money.
Tay Adams.
That the Dolphins didn't look as bad as I expected them to.
Dolphins.
Yeah, they're all right.
The Dolphins are going to with Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know what you're going to get with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just kind of biding time for Tua.
Exactly.
Killer Cam.
Shout out to the
Killer
Washington
Cam.
football team for beating the Eagles. The Eagles look terrible.
27 unanswered points.
All right, I think Eagles fans are. I love Eagles fans for the fact that they overreact on everything.
Yes.
But people were really talking about moving on from Wentz and them taking for Tua. And not taking for Lawrence.
Oh,
Jesus. The Bucks and Saints, I told y'all they're going to be mid. First off, I didn't realize Jason Pierre-Paul was still in the league, so
Yes,
shout out to him.
me too. Of
course.
Their defense looked pretty solid, the Bucks defense. The only thing is also like the offense just seemed like it was just a gross game to me.
I
all right,
chalk
wait,
up
hold up.
all offensive struggles to first week.
Yeah.
First week shit. Todd Bowles had a great defensive game plan
Yeah.
for for Drew Brees. He didn't even throw over 200 yards, and Michael Thomas who only had 3 catches.
And he got hurt.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But Kamara, though,
Yeah.
3 touchdowns.
Yikes.
But
yeah.
hey, they paid that man. He showed out. But again, like I said, the Bucks are going to be very mid. Tom Brady looked like he has washed like
Bucks
an
aren't
average
winning
quarterback.
they're not winning the division. They
Bro,
will
the-
barely make.
We'll see.
the
Oh
wild
my
card.
God.
I think
Troy Aikman sat here and went, you know what? This is the first game of the season. I still think this is what the NFC East is, the NFC Championship is going to look like.
Talk about white
He's
privilege.
like, he sat here, he was like, and the Saints, they can win a Super Bowl right now. I expect them to win 13, 14 games. I was like, are you out of your fucking mind, bro?
They may have the best. They may still have the best constructed roster in the NFC, though. I think.
Oh, I don't agree. I don't disagree with you.
You could at least give them that. But I'm interested to see what the
13 games, dog?
I'm interested to see what the Bucks in Carolina looks like next week. That's gonna be more of a deciding factor for me. This is also the first time in like 4 or 5 years that I think Tom Brady was not favored in a game. So that's
This is
Gronk
also the-
looked like he hasn't played football
He was
in a long
also
time.
he also threw a pick 6 for the 3rd straight game.
kind of crazy, right?
Kind of crazy. And he was on the list with Blaine
Shout out to
Gabbert
Janoris
and Brian
Jenkins.
Hoyer.
Yeah, so
Hoyer.
definitely ex-Giant Janoris Jenkins. Also, he's 43. And I've been saying this. John's been saying this. Let's keep it going.
Max Kellerman's been saying it too.
This is I wish we did a full week of picks because I actually would have picked the Cardinals last week. So
Kyler Murray.
hey man, I love DeAndre was out here. They was like, hey, we got you. Love to see it. They
Still
look awesome.
still not paying him
The
$20 million.
Jimmy looked about as mid as
I was
I've
gonna
been
say
saying.
that was the one game I didn't actually watch any highlights or anything from.
That was when the basically the Bucks and Saints game was on TV and I was watching the Cardinals and 49ers on my phone.
Yep.
And then Cowboys and Rams.
Oh yeah. Damn. I wish we actually could have spent more time on this, but I saw a very interesting thing, and this is I got to be fair here when we talk about Dak. Second half, He had a QBR of 57, which is very like mid.
That's not good.
Very, very, very mid.
But can you repeat that?
Relax. I will say that there were two things that happened in the fourth quarter that was very bullshit for me. On the opposing 10-yard line, why Mike McCarthy would go for it on 4th and whatever when you could kick a field goal and tie the game up makes no sense to me. Second thing that happened, bad pass interference, great acting by Jalen Ramsey. And that would have been a completion, but
it's a flag.
Whatever.
It's a flag. You can't. Do I think he should have thrown the flag?
Come on,
no,
bro.
But you leave yourself susceptible when you extend the arm.
Man, I don't know.
It's like in basketball.
He flopped, dog. He flopped. That was it.
It's like in basketball when you drive the lane and you extend the arm.
It's a weak call, bro. It's a weak call.
No, I'll agree. It is a weak call, but is it the right call? Yes. Weak, yes. Right call, yes. Because we saw it in the Bengals game. Same shit happened to AJ Green, where he extended the arm for it would have been the game-winning touchdown.
That one was more of a call that I understood than the Jalen Ramsey one.
It was the same with the Evan Ingram in the Monday Night Football game. Evan Ingram had a pass interference for extending the arm too. Yeah. So
I still do you guys really still think that Mark Andrews isn't like Evan Ingram's better than Mark Andrews?
Did we ever have that debate?
Yes.
We did?
I literally said this, and you guys, because I said they had, not only did he have a higher Madden rating, he was ranked higher on people's tight ends list. And I was like, y'all really think Evan Ingram's better than Mark Andrews?
We did speak about this. I think physically speaking, because like he's faster and because listen, just let me explain, right? Evan Ingram also can't stay healthy. Best ability is availability, which is why if I had to say right now, Mark Andrews, I would take him on my team. But you talking about health, like if health permitting, Evan Ingram got so much potential, and that's really what the argument is based off of.
Potential.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why he has a higher Madden rating.
The argument is based off potential instead of what. Okay.
And he also has a better quarterback. So there it is.
You think
last I checked, tight ends were young quarterback's best friend. But,
all right, if you substitute Mark Andrews and Evan Ingram,
and Lamar Jackson is what? A young quarterback.
Like, I have a question. If Mark Andrews is on the Giants, is he being productive like that as he is on the Ravens?
No, he's not.
So, I mean, I think you could substitute Evan Ingram for Mark Andrews, and Evan Ingram would have success on the Ravens just like Mark Andrews.
That's what I'm saying. Evan Ingram also can't stay healthy. Evan Ingram also can't stay healthy. But, all right, just for the purpose of the conversation, whatever. He got it.
All right. Let's do some picks.
Let's do some picks.
Let's do our primetime picks. Yeah. All the games I feel like were relevant to talk about.
You don't want to.
Titans and
Broncos.
All right, we can hit everyone. All right, fine. Titans Broncos. That game was fucking disgusting. Both quarterbacks to me were very bad decision making. I feel like all I was hearing was, "Wow, they just missed the guy who was wide open up the field, like repeatedly."
Drew Lock missed the game-winning touchdown on their last drive.
Yep.
That would have won them the game. Tannehill missed the touchdown. I mean, they ended up winning the game, but missed it to, I think it was Corey Davis.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown in the back of the end zone.
Yep.
Like, just missed him. I'm glad because I got Denver plus 2.5, so I'm really glad he missed that touchdown.
I needed Jerry Jeudy's yards, so I was very happy that he covered. Jerry Jeudy's yards was only 39.5, which is I was very surprised at that. He ended up with like 50-something for the game.
Especially no Cortland Sutton.
Right, that's I said the same exact thing.
Good shit.
Yeah, if I'm Vic Fangio, you got to take those timeouts at the end of the game to save your young quarterback some time.
Yeah. Well, me and John were talking about it earlier. It was Fangio outthought himself.
Yes.
And honestly, I don't know if I could blame him. Gostkowski had missed 4 field goals.
Come on,
I didn't. I honestly thought that Vrabel was going to go for it on 4th and 1.
I didn't.
There's
no way that you can. This is all right. If this was like. Who's the name of a terrible kicker? What's the name of the dude that was on the Steelers? What, Boswell?
Wait, what about
Boswell years ago?
How about this? Daniel Carlson?
Oh, Daniel Carlson.
Daniel Carlson.
Or Dan Bailey. Oh no, if they miss 4 field goals, nah. But Gostkowski's proven. Gostkowski's proven.
I just didn't think. I agree with you.
But there's a reason why he's not on the Patriots anymore.
There's a reason why he's
he
not
wasn't accurate last year.
He was hurt. He also got hurt.
And when he was healthy, he was still missing kicks. He wasn't Gostkowski from like a few years ago.
He wasn't.
I thought they were gonna go.
I thought because they had 2 timeouts left, so I thought
But either way, he should have been calling timeouts to get more time because
That's
even
what
if they
thought. Yes.
even if they score regardless, you need time to bring your offense
drained
down
a
the
lot
field.
of clock. Fangio drained a lot of clock.
Yeah, he bugged out.
Fangio banged on the fact that they were not going to go to Gostkowski.
Yep. He baited.
And
He baited on himself because you had at least had like a minute and some time to get up the field. But I mean, it is what
I
it
will
is.
say that's a Tennessee Titans game. That's what we should
That-
expect
yes.
all year. We
Yep.
should expect maybe a better
Yep,
performance from Tannehill, but ground and pound, we're going to score maybe
Yeah,
21, 24
I
points.
definitely expected a better performance from Tannehill.
You know,
Also, the last game, since we're touching on everything, was Chargers Bengals.
Didn't
I mean,
watch
they
it.
should have won.
I didn't watch. I had to be honest. I didn't.
bro, how
I
bad was it? Was it a serious leg injury
for who?
for the kicker? Because I know they said he got hurt on
I
the
didn't
kick.
see.
Oh really?
Oh yes, that just reminded me of George Kittle, man. That injury looked bad, and for them to say it was just a sprain, hopefully some good news.
I hope he's valid.
You didn't want to trash Phillip Rivers a little bit before we get into picks?
He's old.
What more can I already say?
He's
Yo,
old.
John hit the
What-
chat and was like,
what more
who
can
was
I
talking
already
about
say?
Phil? And I was like,
Bro,
I don't think any of us were.
I feel like it was you.
Nah, what
I
was
feel
saying?
like it was you
Let's say what?
who was out here. One of y'all was out here was like, you know what? It might have been you who was out here. Says, you know, I think the Colts are going to do pretty well this year. I
said that.
promise you, one of y'all said that.
I feel like I wouldn't say that just because I know they're in the same division with the Texans. Maybe
one of y'all was like,
don't know.
I think the Colts are going to do pretty well this
I
year.
mean, I thought they were going to win the game because I
know.
thought the Jaguars were going to tank, but
Guessing they
Minshew mania.
Money Minshew has something else to say.
Nah, Money Minshew's tough.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, OD.
All right.
All right, let's do some primetime picks.
Hey, y'all already know what time it is. It's time for the weekly prime time.
You turn the volume
picks.
down a little bit.
Oh.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
now I can hear you.
Oh, is that a comfortable volume for you, Justin?
Very comfortable.
Oh, all right, great. I'm so happy about
Like
that. So,
first class on American
Sal.
Airlines comfortable.
Right now, the leaderboards are John and on his phone 3-1. Only pick that John messed up on was the Cowboys last week. Only pick that Justin made wrong last week was the Titans and Broncos. And then after that is me.
No
I
Von
fucked up
Miller.
on the Cowboys and the fucking Broncos. And then my favorite white boy right after that, he only picked the Titans to win and everything else was
Don't sleep.
L.
Don't sleep.
It's all right. Don't worry. Y'all about to witness the greatest comeback of all time from my guy.
Don't call it a comeback. You've been here for years.
That's right. All right. So now, for this week, we have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns, and I'm gonna start it off. I'm picking Baker, baby.
Yeah, I think the Browns got to win this one.
Okay.
I want Joe Burrow to do good.
Rather say Burrow looked good, but I gotta go Baker.
You gotta go.
they're
Baker.
gonna
Baker.
run all over.
Not actually. I'm not even going Baker. I'm going
Nick
everybody but Baker.
Everybody but Baker.
I'm going Chubb.
Going Chubb.
Give me Chubb for like 2 touchdowns.
All right. Okay. I like that.
You're gonna be
Matt,
going Chubb
Give me
this weekend
Cincinnati.
too.
I'll give you Cincy. Yes, sir, Matty boy.
Matt's gonna get it right.
All right. All right. And I don't even have to ask John who he's going to pick because Ravens at Texans, I know he's going to be
Yo.
more, baby.
Listen,
Yo.
what was the model last year?
Ravens every week.
Every week.
Every week. Every week. I'm playing from behind, but, I'm not down and out just yet, but I'm still going to pick the Ravens.
Yeah. Give me the flock.
The flock?
Them boys
I
from
feel
B-More.
bad. I feel bad for Deshaun. bro.
Ravens.
Ravens? Are we all going Ravens?
Oh, yeah.
man.
I
that means
feel
we
bad
got
for
this.
Deshaun, bro.
Oh, man.
That offensive line, ain't gonna be no help next week.
It's gonna be really awkward if the Ravens lose.
It would be very, very awkward if the Ravens lose. All right. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Well, the next two are pretty interesting ones. Patriots at the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Oh,
What
Seahawks
is
easily.
interesting?
Seahawks?
What is
Easily.
interesting?
Seahawks.
Are you
Everybody,
interested?
everybody
I don't
Seahawks.
even think
I mean, I
watched
think
the
it's just
game.
interesting from the fact that
I'm
Cam
watch.
Newton's playing, but other than that, it's. I mean, I watch it. It's football, but
I mean, I think it's gonna be a better game than what we making it seem.
oh
like.
no,
No, it'll be
yeah.
a good game, but I just don't.
I
like-
think Seahawks by 3 scores.
I feel like
Oh,
we've. I
three
feel like
scores.
we've been
Oh, yeah.
spoiled
Oh,
by
man.
Russell Wilson, where it's like he puts up good games every game. So
Because it's not like the Patriots looked great against the Dolphins last week.
Yeah. Matt.
Give me the Hawks.
Yeah, give everybody rocking.
12th man, baby.
All right. New Orleans at the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me
New Orleans,
Derek Carr, baby.
bold
Yeah.
against what you said is arguably one of the top rosters in the NFL.
Yeah. I said what I
Bold.
said. I said what I said.
What you going with, John?
I said it already.
Are you on? All right.
Justin.
Yeah. Give me the Saints.
Saints.
Give me the
Saints.
Saints.
When they come marching in,
is.
Can we get a boo button?
You said what?
A boo button?
A boo?
But
You
we
don't-
need
you don't
we
want
need
that.
James to record it.
James.
Boo?
You send it in real quick, and then we got the soundbite. All right, bet. Picks are locked, and we're good to go.
And if you guys are listening to the audio, we're going to be doing something a little different, which will be just on the YouTube channel. We're actually going to go through each game for people who are betting and also for some fantasy people, just to kind of give you an idea of some picks that we think is going to happen next week and who you might want to put in your lineup. So make sure to check that out at the Saratoga Sports YouTube channel. And yeah.
Indeed.
John, I don't know about you watching the games. I didn't care that there were no it
Yeah,
didn't
no, it
feel
didn't.
different at all. Like not at all.
Shout out to because I was one who I this is the sport that I expected to play the most. Thanks to, but they did a good job. I will say like the only thing is on third downs.
Yeah, it's
That's
noticeable
the only
on
time
third down.
because on third downs normally you get quiet for your home team's offense, but there's still the artificial
And
crowd noise
normally it's-
continuously.
Yeah, and so and
Yeah.
I think that the league mandates only 70 decibels.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot, what the
but that's
Wait.
the thing. It's like they didn't quiet it
trying
on
to get
third
rid of
downs for
the
their
noise.
offense, but they didn't like it wasn't louder for third downs
Yeah.
for the defense. So
It's a work in progress too, but
Yeah.
I overall I thought it was a success.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a success. Everything about game day felt regular. So shout out to all the teams that did their either protest or things like that. I know the Steelers had a big banner during the national anthem that said "End Racism." The Seahawks and Falcons actually took a knee.
that was big, and I feel like no one talked about it.
That was kind of cool that they took a knee
Yeah.
during the kickoff.
I saw it from Complex Sports on Twitter.
Yeah.
No one's talking about that shit.
Like quite a few teams stayed in the locker room for the national anthems, things
I
like
didn't
that.
see what happened with the Cowboys. Did anything happen with that? Or
Someone kneeled for the first.
It was
the first Cowboys
Don
player
Terry
to kneel.
Poe.
Oh, yeah?
And there was the meme with Jerry Jones in the skybox. He was like, "Yo, who's number 72? I want him off the team now."
Bro, Jerry looks like a movie villain. Did you the face he made before the start of the game? Every time they showed them, he was just like,
Man,
a movie
but
villain is OD.
and also really quick, who's the guy on the former Steeler that's on ESPN now? The safety
Ryan Clark?
Ryan Clark had a very good point. He said when people
"Gotta
are
bring." Sorry, continue.
why? Because I brought up a Steeler. Now you got to interrupt me.
No, I was gonna
Wow.
say you should bring my tablet to keep track of like just what
yes.
we do in the picks, so I could always just put a picture up or something.
I got you. But I will say, the Steelers, Ryan Clark had a very good comment. He said, we show unity when we're in solidarity for breast cancer, for the troops, nobody boos. For autism, nobody boos. When we have all these things in these different sports leagues and, we have these moments of silence, cancer, things like that. But they booed the unity for racism. Crazy, right? And that should tell you all you need to know about our country. And that's all I got on that.
Yeah, follow us at Saratoga Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Saratoga Sports YouTube channel. Definitely for my sports people, check out that betting stuff for football and our picks and whatnot on the YouTube. That's gonna be YouTube exclusive. We're just gonna put that up each week. And follow me at Offended Normal on Twitter. And that's pretty much it for me, guys.
Yeah, man. Just make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube,
Please.
podcast.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Spotify, Apple, all of that good shit. Captivate, bro. I'm telling you, we're funny. But you only know that if you got to the end of this episode. Yeah, just make sure y'all out here staying safe on these streets. All of my fucking people that's going back to school, teachers included, just make sure y'all staying safe.
Yes. Shout out to all the teachers.
Yeah, indeed. And Black Lives Matter, that's all I got.
You already know. Tip your local bartenders, waitresses.
I think strip clubs are back open if you want to shout them out again too.
Shout out the exotic dancers.
That's right.
Tip them as well. Clean dollar bills.
That's right.
You can follow me on the Twitters, J_Thomas_24.
Lemon Pepper Lou is also LLC now.
Basically.
Yeah.
Don't sue us.
Yeah. Just saying.
Black Lives Matter. You should be ashamed of yourself for booing unity. But I should have expected this. To quote the Cardinals coach from years ago, they are who we thought they were. And that's it.
Catch y'all next week.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. face. I talk like a champion, like a champion.